Hey guys, I'm going to talk to you now about some Hostess coaching and Hostess packets. So the first thing is a Hostess packet. Here's my Hostess packet. You can get these bags on our business supply guide. I think it's like $25 for 25 of them for $4 or $5. It's not very expensive. So you can order these on business supply. This is what I put my Hostess packets in, just because with the folder I found they were ripping and tearing and I wasn't getting them back and things like that, and it got to be expensive. So I put my Hostess packets in this bag and I give them to my host as soon as she books a party. And here's what I include in my Hostess packet. The first thing is a letter. This is called 4 Steps to a Fun, Simple, and Easy Party, which is what we want our host to have, is fun, simple, easy. Basically, you can get this exact letter on our Team Thompson Facebook group under Files. You can look under there and download it and then just change the information to your information if you'd like. But basically it explains that your hostess wants to invite 40 people, with the idea being you invite 40, 10 will say they're coming, 8 will actually show up. It explains that I will put their party on my website so that if they have guests who are out of town or out of state, they can order online. It explains that they should try to collect orders from people who can't come to the party and who to make their checks out to. And then it also explains shipping and tax and when their orders are going to come in. And then it has my contact information at the bottom. So that's the first thing. This is called the Hostess letter. The second thing that I put in my packet is the Hostess flyer or planning a great party. These come in your enrollment kit. You can also purchase them on business supply. These do change with every catalog, and it is important that you change those out because our Hostess exclusive items will change with the catalog. Sometimes the actual items change, sometimes just the prints that they come in change. So it is important that you change these with your catalog. Order a new one, order a new set. I think it's 25 for a couple, $30 or something, with a new catalog, or you can print them off, 31 today under the toolbox. But basically this has the Hostess exclusive items. It has our Hostess plan, which shows our hostess what she can get for free, half off, and how many Hostess exclusive items she can get with her party. On the back here it has what's called 40 guests in 4 minutes, and it just gives them different ideas of people to invite, like coworkers, neighbors, friends, church or social group contacts, so that they can come up with their list of 40 people. It also gives them a spot for their wish list, and then you want to make sure in this corner it says your 31 consultant. You want to make sure you put your contact information there. So that's the Hostess flyer. I also include a business card. I include a Living Your Dreams booklet. You could also do a flyer if you wanted to. I do the booklets because your host is your #1 potential recruit. If they're willing to have a party in their home, then 1, they really like the product. 2, they probably could use earn some extra money because they're wanting to host a party to get free product more than likely. And 3, they have family and friends who like the products. So they are your #1 potential recruits. So I always put this in there. Make sure your contact information is on the back of this. These also come in your enrollment kit, and you can order them on 31 today. Or I'm sorry, you can order them on business supply. And then I usually put 5 catalogs. When I started out, I only did 3 catalogs, and then as I've been able to afford to do more, I do more. And then of course you want to make sure your information's on the catalogs, so that way if they pass this out to a family member or a friend who doesn't even come to your party, they have your contact information if they decide maybe 2 months down the road they want to order something. And then I also put in 5 to 10 order forms. Chances are your host isn't going to come back and ask you for more order forms when they use all these, so the more you can put in the better. Up to 10 I would say. If you can't put that many in, that's fine, but order forms are fairly cheap. You can also print off the monthly special order forms off of 31 today under monthly specials. It has an order form that is tailored to the month and the monthly special, so you could also use those. I like these because they have the carbon, so the guests can get a copy of their order. I also make sure my contact information is on these, especially on the pink part, because that's the part the guest is going to get, so that way they can contact me. And then You also want to put in your Hostess placket 2 to 3 copies of the monthly special. Usually I make up Hostess packets, and I will make up somewhere around 15 to 20 at a time. Usually when we get a new catalog, I make them all up, and then I just keep them, and then each month I can add the monthly specials. So when I get ready to head out to a party, I can keep those monthly specials with me, and then when the hostess books their party, I can add the monthly special for whatever month it is. So that's what I put in my hostess packet. And then what I do is, once I've got that booking, I give them their hostess packet, and then I have them fill out the hostess card. I have them fill out their name, address, phone, and email. These also come in your enrollment kit. You can order them from Business Supply. You can print them off 31 today under the toolbox. But basically I have them fill out their information, and then I can keep these cards with me, and I always have their information handy. I keep them in my planner. This is also really handy because while you are calling them or emailing them or Facebooking them to do your hostess coaching, all the information you need is right here. So with your first contact, that's going to be within 24 to 48 hours of giving them their hostess packet. So if you give them a hostess packet at a party, you can do their first hostess coaching right there. If you mail them their hostess packet, you're going to call them once you know they've received that. Or if you drop it off at their house and they're at work or something, then you can call them a day or two later. But basically, this is when you are going to start building your relationship with your hostess. So you're going to confirm their party date. You're going to help them set goals for their party. It's not just all about you, it's also about your hostess, and you want it to be her why she's having a party. Is it that she wants to see some friends she hasn't seen in a long time? Is it that she really wants, the Making Memories thermal? Whatever her why is. Maybe she wants a Cindy tote and doesn't want to pay $69 for it. She wants to use it with her free products or her half off products. So you're going to talk to her about her why, like basically her wish list, and you're going to say, what are you looking to get out of this party? Another good thing to say this time is you want to get your hostess on board with you when it comes to inviting people. And you don't want her to feel like she's being pushy or bugging people by inviting them and following up. So you're going to say something to her like, most of my hostesses tell me that they want, when they think about their party, they want it to be fun for all of their guests. They want their guests to not feel pressure to buy. And, they want it to be, a night out where everyone's laughing and talking and having a great time. And then they want to earn some free products. Does that sound right? And your hostess is going to say, yeah, absolutely. It's even more important to me that my friends have fun and they don't feel pressured than it is for me to get free products. That's when you're going to say, awesome, great. So in order to do that, I want you to think about your party. Imagine the night of your party. There's 3 people sitting around your living room. It's kind of quiet. No one's talking or laughing. It's just kind of awkward. Or imagine it's the night of your party and there's 15 people sitting in your living room. I can barely get an word in edgewise. Everyone's talking and laughing. Which one do you think your guests are going to have more fun at, and which one do you think they'll feel less pressure to buy at? They're going to say the second one. And you say, great. So we're kind of both on the same page with that. And so in order to make sure that your guests don't feel pressure to buy, that everyone has a great time, I need you to over-invite. And that's when you're going to explain to her, if you invite 40 people, 10 will say they're coming, 8 will actually come. So please make sure you over-invite. And you can even explain to her, some people feel uncomfortable with inviting 40 people because they feel like their house can't hold that many. And reassure her, that many will not show up. So that way she just feels good about it. So you're going to explain all that to her. You're going to encourage her to be excited about her party, pass the catalogs out, talk to everyone about how she's looking forward to it, share with them what she loves about 31 or what products she's wanting to get. Explain to her that payments are due the night of the party. You accept cash, checks, credit cards, who you want her to make the checks out to, or who you want the guests to make checks out to. And then let her know she can begin taking orders right away. Then you're going to do your second contact about a week before the party, 7 and 10 days. This is where you're going to ask her how many people have been invited. I do my inviting with a Facebook event. These days, the way I communicate with my family and friends typically is through Facebook or text message. So that's what I usually set up for my guests. If she tells me she is not a Facebook user, then I'll do flyer invitations or postcard invitations or mini catalog invitations for her But if it's through Facebook, and I set up an event for her, then I know how many people are coming, because I know how many she's invited. I can get on the event and see. So you're going to remind her that when someone says I can't come, they could still place an order, and to hand out catalogs to them. Point out the monthly special to her and remind her that if she, talks about the monthly special to her guests who are placing outside orders, chances are they might want to purchase that, and that's going to help her party total. If you are going to use a table, ask your hostess if she has one, or if you need to bring one. I don't do that. I don't bring a table. I want to make my job look fun and easy, and lugging a big table into a house is not fun. So I just carry in my Making Memories thermal tote, or Making Memories thermal, with all my customer stuff in it, and then I have a large utility tote with products, and that's it. You are also going to encourage your hostess to make reminder calls, and you don't want your hostess to feel awkward or feel like this is a job. So rather than saying, Sally, most of my guests, call 10 to 15 people the night before their party and remind them, and they get $200 in orders, don't make it sound like that. Instead, you might want to say to your hostess, Sally, who do you really want to see at your party? Who haven't you seen in a long time that you really want to be there? And she'll say, well, Mary, I haven't heard from Mary yet. And so then say something like, why don't you give Mary a call and see if she wants to come? Maybe she's just forgotten about it. And that's going to encourage her to then go ahead and make a couple extra phone calls as well. So then the day before her party, or maybe 2 days before your party, you're going to ask her about the guest count. So that way you make sure you take enough catalogs and order forms and things like that. You're going to remind her just to have a couple simple snacks for the guests, nothing big. I usually don't even do that. Most hostesses know how to do all that kind of stuff. If I need directions to her house, I'll get those. I usually MapQuest that kind of stuff. And I'm going to, maybe just what I would do probably is go into our Facebook event and post something like, hey ladies, I'm so excited to meet you all next Friday night. We're going to have a blast. Or I might say something like, I'm getting so excited for Jesse's party. How about you guys? And you're just kind of creating that excitement with the guests. So that's basically how you hostess coach. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.